Hi, my name's Keith Cooper. This is an Epson P5300, that's P5360 Australia, New Zealand, P5370 in the US. They're all pretty much the same machine. I don't think there's any significant differences between them. This video I'm just going to show how you replace the cutter blade. Now, one of the useful features of this, it has a roll paper cutter. So if you want to print borderless, it's the only way to print borderless, with roll paper and the cutter. Now the cutter blade runs across here and is a replaceable item. They're quite expensive, but they do last for a long while. Now I've had an Epson P5000 here for years and I've never needed to replace it. Now, it depends on how much cutting you do and what sort of media you cut. If you're cutting photo paper and stuff like that, it'll cut it all day long and it'll probably take a long while to blunt the blade. If you're using thicker art papers, it will wear the blade more and you have to be a bit more careful with the cutting. I've not found a problem on the P5000, but I have heard it suggested that you shouldn't necessarily cut thick art papers. If you're doing canvas prints, lots of canvas prints, I would suggest not using the cutter on this printer. Manually cut the prints. It is at the limit of what it's happy cutting. I've cut several times canvas on this, and occasional cutting of canvas is probably not an issue at all. But if you're going to be using it for actually producing lots of canvas prints, do not think you're going to get away with using the cutter. It's not really that heavy duty. So anyway, how to get it? Well, you have to take this bit off. Now, it's switched off, I should add. There are 4 screws that need removing. Now, when you take these screws out, be very careful with them. I once dropped a small screw into P5000. The print head hit it and the print head exploded. I haven't got a video about it, but I've got an article about it. It does not do dropping stuff like this in, so be careful. I'll take those 2 out, put them well out of the way. So that's 2 at the top here. Access those by lifting that. The others, you have to open the ink panels. Now you notice the ink panels here. I've got bits of tape on it because the blue tape, this is from when it was shipped, the tape stops these just springing out if you touch them. That interrupts print, causes problems. So that's why there are bits of blue tape on this, and there's a bit of blue tape on this side as well. Oh look, it just opens just like that. But the screws I want to see are here. Another screw, you want to make sure it doesn't go anywhere. There's a different type of screw to the top ones here. That one doesn't seem to want to come out. Anyway, now, to remove this panel, and remember that there's still a screw here. There we go. That's removed the panel. I've left that screw in there, and you now see the printer. There's an air filter. This printer does a lot. One of the reasons it's so noisy is because it's got a vacuum system. And the vacuum system holds the paper down, but it also keeps the inside of the printer clean. It helps reduce dust build-up. Now, the cutter blade itself is just behind this little panel. I press that down there, little tab, and there is the cutter blade. Now, I'm not going to remove it because it works just fine, and I don't want to put anything out of alignment. It does just clip in place. I have taken the one out on the P5000 to clean it up a bit after there's a bit of paper dust on it. But you can see there is a little drive belt that runs across here that pulls the cutter across, and the cutter, and it's a sharp blade, so don't poke your finger on it. The cutter is just here. One screw, put it in place, take it out, put a new one in. Unless you do an awful lot of cutting on this and cut thick media, thicker than perhaps you should, this blade should last a long while. Now, put that back, and that's it. That's all there is to replacing it. One other bit, now I mention this occasionally, is that if you have to log into the web version of the software to access the printer, there is a password, and if you can't find the password is written here, or the default password is written on a label just here inside the printer. But one other thing I would notice on this is that this is based on the chassis of the P5000. On the P5000, this here, and it looks like there are still some of the fittings here, this is where the spectroproofer unit would go. If you're curious about the spectroproofer, it's a spectrophotometer that measures prints coming out, can be used for profiling. Not as useful as many people think it is, but if you come across one of a P5000 with a spectroproofer attached, it fits here, and there is a connector just here, and there's a blanked out panel. But what they haven't got rid of are the mounting lugs for where the spectroproofer things. That's because this is effectively a P5000 chassis, but with a print head and some of the controls and the likes of the P900 700. So anyway, that's that. Putting it back, I'm still wary of this screw that's sitting there. And it's fell out, but I've caught it. There we go. It's into plastic, so don't over tighten it. There we go. Put that back, my piece of tape, screw to go there. There we go, there's that one. And piece of tape, screw there. These are self-tapping type screws, and one goes there. And there we go, that's how you replace the cutter blade. You shouldn't need to do it very often, but if you do, it's a pretty straightforward process. It's a user replaceable part. While you've got the printer open, you're going to be replacing this after you've used the printer quite a bit, I'm going to say. Get yourself a hoover, small hoover, something like that, a vacuum, just to clean out around here, check any dust that's built up, have a look inside, see what the state is, just generally keep the printer clean. It's a very good design, it works well for this, but just need to know, yeah, just look after it if you're going to use it a lot. Anyway, I hope that's been of use for somebody. Eventually, somebody will have to replace, eventually one day someone will have to replace a printer blade. Thanks for watching.